Saudi Arabia is the largest country in the Middle East and the second largest Arab country in the world in terms of total area, covering an approximate land area of 2.15 million square kilometers. Located in the southwest region of Asia, it occupies most of the Arabian Peninsula, where the annual rainfall is less than 150 millimeters. Remarkably, Saudi Arabia is one of the few countries on the planet without a single permanent river. However, in recent years, something astounding has been happening in its desert. In the 1960s, Saudi Arabia had only 400 square kilometers of fertile land. Currently, the country boasts an extensive agricultural network of plantations with a remarkably unusual appearance, allowing farmers to cultivate a wide variety of food and fruits. The sight of this desert transforming into a lush green forest is breathtaking. But how exactly did Saudi Arabia achieve this impressive feat? That is what we will explore in this video. But before we delve into that, make sure to subscribe to the channel, as we have new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on topics relevant to your understanding of the world and that will make you a more informed and interesting person. Now, let's get into the video. The expansion of fertile land in the country has been remarkable. While in the early 1960s, only 400 square kilometers were cultivated, Saudi Arabia now possesses 35,000 square kilometers of fertile land, which is larger than the territory of the Netherlands. This achievement in such a short period is astounding and hard to imagine, especially considering the challenging precipitation conditions in the country, with just a little over 10 centimeters per year. An important aspect to mention is that Saudi Arabia is known for holding the world's largest proven oil reserves, accounting for approximately 17% of the global reserves. The discovery of oil in the Dama oil field in March 1930, at a depth of around 1440 meters, turned the country into one of the leading producers and exporters of oil worldwide. Despite this oil wealth, potable water is a scarce resource in Saudi Arabia, resulting in the high cost of 1 liter of water compared to 1 liter of gasoline. While the country has vast untapped oil reserves, it faces significant challenges concerning water, especially considering its importance in agriculture. Today, Saudi Arabia exports a variety of agricultural products, including wheat, dates, dairy products, eggs, fish, poultry, fruits, vegetables, and flowers to international markets. Interestingly, dates, which used to be a staple in the Saudi diet, are now primarily cultivated to provide humanitarian aid worldwide. Previously, agriculture in the Arabian Peninsula was predominantly limited to small-scale cultivation and production of vegetables, mainly in oases, with the exception of a narrow coastal strip to the southwest. The local population obtained their food from these small cultivation areas, and any surplus was sold to passing caravans. However, starting in the 1970s, the country initiated programs to develop modern agricultural technologies and improve rural infrastructure. As a result, there was a dramatic increase in the production of staple foods. Today, Saudi Arabia is entirely self-sufficient in various foods, thanks to a large production of meat, milk, and eggs. This led to a decrease in imports, and now the country is capable of exporting wheat, dates, dairy products, eggs, fish, and chicken to markets worldwide. Since the beginning of the program, intensive production of dairy products, meat, poultry, and eggs was established. By 1985, local farms were already meeting domestic demand for various products that were previously imported, making Saudi Arabia a reference in advanced dairy farms in the Middle East. The annual milk production rate is one of the highest in the world, with an average of 6,813 liters per cow. Agriculture is one of the emerging sectors where the private sector is investing, with government support. Additionally, there has been a steady increase in fish production, both in the sea and on land, with most of it located along the Red Sea coast of Saudi Arabia. Shrimp farming has been a great success, as demonstrated by the shrimp producer in the south of Gadar, managed by Saudi hydrologists and maritime engineers. Their shrimp, including the award-winning black tiger shrimp, is mainly sold to the United States and Japan by the National Shrimp Company of Saudi Arabia. One of the most notable agricultural achievements of the country was its rapid transition from being an importer to an exporter of wheat, recognized worldwide. The first green silos in the country were built in 1978, and Saudi Arabia became self-sufficient in wheat by 1984. Shortly after, it started exporting wheat to 30 nations, including China and the former Soviet Union. The average yields in major producing districts, such as Rayo and Kazim, reached 3.6 tons per acre. In addition to wheat, farmers also cultivate barley, sorghum, and millet. However, the production of wheat and other grains was reduced to conserve water, due to the scarcity of this resource in the region. Saudi Arabia surprised American scientists with the remarkable progress achieved in its agriculture and how it tackled challenges related to water availability in its territory. Improvement in planting and transportation methods has led to a significant increase in fruit and vegetable production, which are now exported to other countries. The variety of available foods for Saudis includes not only traditional dates, which remain an important source of nutrition, but also tropical fruits. Saudi Arabia has become the second largest contributor to the UN World Food Programme and has offered interest-free loans and other support services to encourage agricultural growth. To promote agriculture throughout the country, the Organization of Grain Silos and Flour Mills was established in 1972, with the aim of acquiring and storing wheat, building flour mills, and producing animal feed. The Saudi government has invested significantly in modernizing roads that connect agricultural regions to major markets in the country, as well as supporting new farmers in executing capital-intensive projects with a focus on diversification and efficiency. Funding and support for research programs to enable new crop cultivation, increase yields, and develop pest-resistant species are also notable. The world's largest continuous desert, the Rub al Khali, empty quarter, is located in Saudi Arabia, covering an area of 650,000 square kilometers, larger than the combined size of the Netherlands, Belgium, and France. Despite the absence of rivers, the country has a vast coastline stretching from the Persian Gulf to the Red Sea. However, water is scarce and extremely valuable due to the country's rapid development and consequent increase in consumption. To secure water supply, Saudi Arabia heavily relies on aquifers, and during the 1970s, the government made efforts to find, map, and estimate the capacity of these underground reservoirs. Tens of thousands of deep tubular wells were drilled in promising urban and agricultural locations. Another significant source of water is the sea, and Saudi Arabia is a global leader in desalinated water production. Through desalination, the country converts seawater into potable water, with the Saudi Water Conversion Corporation, SWCC, operating 27 desalination plants, producing over 3 million cubic meters of potable water per day. Saudi Arabia has astonished American scientists with its incredible advancements in agriculture and innovative solutions for water supply. Currently, over 70% of the water consumed in cities comes from desalination facilities, with a significant portion also used by industries and even as a source of electrical energy. Water recycling is another growing practice in the country. Approximately 40% of water used for domestic purposes in urban areas is recycled in specialized factories located in major industrial centers such as Riyadh and Gadai. Additionally, recycled water is used for irrigating agricultural fields and urban parks. All these efforts have been transformative, leading to the conversion of a vast desert area into productive agricultural lands. In 1976, there were less than 160,000 hectares of arable land, whereas today there are millions of hectares of fertile lands, contributing to the country's food self-sufficiency. Now, we would like to hear your opinion on the agricultural progress in Saudi Arabia. Leave your comments below, and until next time.